Howdy peeps. Okay, I had to do this video. I wasn't going to, but it's just been bombarding me all friggin' day, and if I don't get it out, it's gonna keep annoying me. So I'm having to step into this new part of my life where when I'm getting a channeled message, I can't keep it in anymore. It's got to come out because otherwise it's just going to whir in my head and then it's going to drive me crazy. So I'm sorry. I'm going to share this. But primarily, I'm doing this because I'm sure that there are people out there. There's someone, one of you are also experiencing this. And I'm really hoping that this is going to help clarify some things because I am seriously going through it myself right now. And I know I'm not alone. So, as you know, April has been a busy time. So we are in Aries season, and I'm an Aries. It was my birthday last week. Woo! Go Aries! Love you all. Now, Aries are they're the start of the zodiac. They're the leaders, and they are fire signs. They are the rulers of Mars. So, Aries people, we are all about taking action. We are always about determination, about resilience, fight. You know, we are the first ones that are there to go on, get in there. We're impulsive, spontaneous, very passionate. I love being an Aries. I wouldn't want to be any other star sign. However, Aries season is about all taking action. It's about, all those ideas and all those creations and everything that we've had whirring around. It's about time to start taking action on those, making steps, picking up the phone, sending the emails, changing jobs, changing situations, moving house, sorting out your finances. It's a real time for clearing things up, even with like friendships, relationships. It's springtime. It's all about spring cleaning. Everything gets cleared out. So, if there's stuff in our lives that aren't working anymore, we clear out all the clutter in our house. We also have to do it in our personal lives, our professional lives, and internally within us as well. Spring cleaning isn't just about getting rid of, all the clothes that don't fit anymore and the ornaments that have been sitting around the house collecting dust. No, it goes deeper than that. Springtime is rebirth. It's when everything's coming back to life. It's when we've been sat dormant for months in the darkness. The lighter days are coming. The warmer weather's coming. It's time to clear out the old shit and start bringing in something fresh, something new, something exciting. However, this Aries season has been dominated by Mercury retrograde. And on the 8th, just a few days after my birthday, we had the full moon and the solar eclipse. So what would typically be the start of this new powerful year ahead, where everybody starts to make these vibrant, exciting changes to their life, where they start putting action into those ideas that they've had, we have this really distinct contradiction. And I have been feeling it. So if anybody can resonate with this, please drop a comment and just let me know. Just give me a hell yeah. So you may have been feeling frustration, impatience, some levels of anxiety, feelings of the typical fight, flight, freeze, and fawn responses. Your nervous system will be reacting to things. Whereas normally you might be someone like myself who gets an idea and just goes, shit, I'm just going to do that. Fuck it. And they just go off and do it. However, you're finding yourself at the moment of doing it, taking action, you suddenly go, you either run, you either freeze, you either fight against it, or you just get apathetic and just go, can't be bothered. I'm sure there's people out there that are feeling this. So why is this? Because this has never affected me before. I have never felt like this before. I am a go-getter. I am someone who just takes action. I don't sit around. I can procrastinate out of, wanting to size up the situation, make sure I'm making the right decisions, make sure I've, ticked all the boxes and checked that I've got everything in place. But ultimately, I go with my gut. When it feels good, I just go with it. But this month has been so... I don't want to say difficult. Challenging is probably a better word. It's been challenging because I've never felt this before. So when you have a full moon, it's a time for all of these kind of shadow aspects in our lives to come up. So internally for us, and externally, it's a good time where, maybe things that should have been said before start to come up, secrets come up, issues within ourselves, things that we've been kind of holding back, suppressing, all of that comes up to the surface for us to cleanse, because the full moon is cleansing. So it's a time when all of this crap stuff comes to the surface and we cleanse it away. We either, take decisions to have discussions with people. We see things a lot clearly, all those things that were hidden before. We can sort it out and we can just move it on and let it go, release it. It's just cleansing, releasing. However, with the solar eclipse, it kind of brought those shadows to light, but the moon eclipsing the sun, it almost was kind of blocking it from being released. So what's happened is a lot of us may have felt a lot of this shadow stuff. So whether it could be our limiting beliefs, whether it could be negative thought patterns, it could be, difficult relationships, family dynamics, stresses at work, issues surrounding your finances, it can be anything. But these things have come up, ready for us to cleanse, deal with, and let go of. But we haven't. They've just sat there on the surface. They've just been brought up into the open so that we can look at them, and they haven't gone anywhere. They're still there. They're still staring at us. We are every day aware of all this crap stuff that we were supposed to get rid of. Like, we could be dealing with guilt, we could be dealing with regrets, we could be dealing with difficult circumstances. Maybe you thought about quitting your job, you haven't done it. Maybe you thought, you're fed up with the way your finances are going. Maybe you've thought about getting out of a relationship. Maybe you thought about getting into a relationship with someone and asking them out. Maybe you're thinking about moving house. And all this stuff that you thought, I'm going to get rid of it once and for all, it's just sitting there staring at us, going, hello, remember me? And that is where this fight, flight, freeze, and fawn response has kicked in. Because with Mercury retrograde, it affects everything from technology to communication. So where we would normally be discussing all of this, where we'd normally be verbalizing it, vocalizing it, getting it out there, having these discussions, talking to family members to sort out issues, discussing any relationship problems, having a chat with your boss about why you're not happy at work. All of these things are not properly getting done because Mercury retrograde is causing us to be stagnant and still in this pause-like energy. So normally it wouldn't be a problem. Normally we would be in pause at a time where there wouldn't be all this stuff we're having to regurgitate up. There would normally be a pause when everything is at a place where we're just in the ideas stage, where we're just ruminating, we're getting a thought or a feeling about something, and we get that pause. And that's perfect because it allows us to really sit with it, to sit with the thoughts and sit with the feelings and really just, introspect a little and think, right, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to take action when I'm ready to? But of course, we're in Aries season, which means we are supposed to be taking action, which means we're supposed to be spring cleaning, getting rid of all the crap that we no longer need, that no longer serves us, that's holding us back, that's preventing us from going for all these amazing things that we want to do, all these ideas, creative, inspirational ideas, the things that we were supposed to be doing are not getting done. That is where the frustration is coming from. That is where all this, I've even had aggression. I've been finding myself having serious road rage, and I don't do road rage, but I'm there screaming at the top of my lungs because I'm late, because the traffic lights are red, because someone cut me up. There's this underlying kind of angst, frustration, even like worry, doubt, fear, procrastination, all of those things that don't normally sit with us for very long. It's normally momentary. It's a, should I be doing this? Oh, but I really want to. So I'm just going to do it. That's about as long as it usually would last. But we are getting a month-long pause. We're getting this stagnation feeling. We're getting this, oh, I really want to go for it. I really want to do this thing. I want to speak to that person. I want to quit that job. I want to ask that person out. I want to just go travel. I want to, you know, move house. I want to do all of these things. And yet you feel stuck. You're not stuck though. That's the thing. You are just on pause. So how do we get out of it? Sit with it. I know it feels uncomfortable. I know you freaking hate it right now. I know right now you're thinking this is just the most uncomfortable thing and you want to force against it. You either want to run away from it so you don't have to look at it anymore. Maybe you're thinking about just freaking out right now. Or maybe you're just getting to the point where you just think, I don't care. I just don't care. But let me tell you, the 24th of April, retrograde ends. So on the 25th of April, get ready. Start planning for then. Just sit with it, get comfortable with it, relax into it. 25th of April, that's when it's time to kick ass. At least for me anyway.